from the tiny little studio. Excuse me, on this tiny little Greek island. I hope you can hear me. I have a new setup using OBS Studio. Hopefully it's working. So welcome. It's going to be a beautiful week full of exciting things. I think first off, I am working on this painting back here, this new seascape. I'm starting a series, and it seems to be coming along just fine. I talked about it on Friday. So let me show you the reference photo. Yay! Isn't that fun? Yeah, so hopefully this is working and recording well. You know me and the tech things. So some things that I'm considering as I'm working on this. There we go. On this painting here, on this reference photo. And one of them is the directional lines. And I'm coming, moving into the painting. Let's see if I can get this going that way, and from the water. The little, you can see it's kind of cross. The water lines, right? The little wavelets are kind of crossed. I'm not going to do that, but I am going to bring it in, going towards the rock. So essentially cutting across, I guess it would be going this way, and then coming up the rocks, right? And into that shadow area back there, right? This S shape, more in diagonals. And if you look at the scene here, you can really see a lot of, I don't know if you can see my cursor there, but I'm going to work with it coming in this way, because it moves up then there, and then here somewhere I'm going to have the seagulls, one or two, or I don't know, maybe I'll put more in on this one, and then moving back up into this back area. So it is basically an S-shaped design coming in, and I like it. And so far, you can see the painting. I suppose I could just move this down, right? There we go. This is fun. So you can see the painting happening up there, and how I am working with that, and just getting the setup ready. And I'm really excited about it. So yesterday, I did a live stream working on this painting, and I did it on Rumble, trying a different place, and the intent was to get it from Rumble and to stream onto YouTube at the same time, but I don't think that happened. So I'm going to try and figure that out today. That's one of my main things to do in the studio today. But also coming in and, cleaning up my palette, putting things. Hey, darling. Nice to see you, sweetheart. Happy Monday or Sunday night. I guess it's officially Monday for you as well. How you doing, honey? Can you hear me okay? I've got a new setup here, so I'm trying to see if you can hear me. So so just working with that and live streaming. I'm wanting to do both places at the same time. There are some benefits to being on another platform besides YouTube, but I am not ever leaving YouTube. I quite like it here. A little echoing. Oh, I don't want echoing. I think it's because maybe the microphone is just not quite in the right spot. Can you hear better now? The echoing gone, maybe? So, yeah, I'm holding the microphone now. Anyway, so those are the things that are on the focus of this week is actually doing filming of this. I uploaded a video 2 days ago. I guess it was Saturday night when I uploaded a video to my YouTube channel. And it was about scraping back, right? How do you get rid of the, let's say you have a panel that you've started a painting and you don't like it. And, some people can go in and just paint over. I've done that. And it seems that every time that I just take a painting that has something there that didn't work for me for whatever reason, or I was, doing a study or a quick sketch and I wanted to do it in oils. For some reason, if I just go over it and just start painting over it with a new scene, it just doesn't feel right. It's like that the energy of it is different than the energy of what I'm painting today. And I want to have a clean slate. Like, I want to get rid of as much as I can in that scene. I want to lift out and release that energy, whatever it was that I was working on. And for some reason, every single time that I have come to a panel, like let's say this little flower pot little painting that I did, let's say it dries and then I think, well, I don't like it, so I'll, just paint over it. The energy of, moving my fingers the wrong way, right? The energy of this painting will still be there for me. And I realize it's not there for everybody. And there are plenty of you out there who just cover it up and then you just start over and it's fresh and clean and it's not there anymore. And there you go. And for some reason, every single time I do that and come to a painting, the painting never quite works the way I want it to. It's just not it. It's not clean. And it's not that I'm not like one of those clean freaks. I mean, look at me. I'm not. I don't have a problem with that. But energetically, it's just not it. So I did a video on getting rid of as much of this old sketch that I had done on this panel. Here, I'll show it to you. So I had done this panel board, and you can see the sketch that was on it. It was just a black and white sketch, and I got as much of it off as I could. I think if I, spent hours on it and just kept pouring turpentine on it and letting it sit longer, I would have gotten rid of it, all of it. But this is good enough, right? There's no more traces of what I did. The energy of it has been released from this canvas board. And I know not everybody approaches things in that way. And, it just may be my weird thing. I have a lot of weird things like that. But I have to do in my tiny little studio what works for me, what makes me hum, what really gets me into that state of freedom and movement and no restraints, right? I wrote a message on the channel here about this choreography that I had seen on, it must have been Instagram, and it's called Au Revoir, pardon my French. Ah, yes, it is probably the cicadas. Yeah. And it was this beautiful modern choreography by Wang and Ramirez. Yeah, I intend to be as unique and particular as I want. I actually can't help it. I can't help myself. And I'm 60. So now I'm coming to that place of, do I really care what others think? And I actually don't. I want to be liked and appreciated, but if I'm not, if you can't see those things in me, hey, go find it in somebody else where you can connect. So you guys that are here with me are here with me, and kind of like my quirkiness. So this dance was really beautiful because it was this it wasn't the whole dance. It was just a portion of it, and the dancer was being lifted up and floating and turning and coming back down to the ground, like grounding herself, and then coming back up again and dancing, and she was completely unrestrained. Exactly, sweetheart. She was completely unrestrained. And so later on that day, I'm sitting on my couch, I'm kind of lying back. It's the afternoon siesta, and I'm looking out the window, and these clouds are passing by, and I see how the clouds are constantly moving and altering and adjusting and floating, and I was like, that is this dance. It's exactly what was happening in this dance. This total freedom and movement, and once in a while touching the ground, grounding, being with others on this earth plane level, and then being pulled back up and lost again in this beautiful, twirling, unrestricted, unblocked, unlimited creativity. You see where I'm going with this? So it's up here. I mean, the dance was like in this sixth chakra area, this area up here when you get an idea for a painting and you're playing with it, it's unrestricted in that no-tan stage where anything can happen. There's no real grounding to it. There's no real painting. There's no real canvas. It's just the canvas of the mind. And you're sitting there imagining, fantasizing, and moving unrestrictedly in this creativity. And it was a visual of this dance scene, was a visual of that of that thing of being, you come in, you have this idea for a painting, and you're working with it, you're creating it, you're imagining, somebody asked a question of, okay, so because I do fantasy work, let's say I have a scene that I'm working with, what if I want to add something in that, I can't get a photo reference of? And so this is the area that you're playing with it in the no-tan, where you're imagining, where you're adding things in, where you're taking things out, where you're shifting into the lights, or you're shifting towards the darks. And it's a magical place to be. It's a magical place to allow yourself to have that unrestricted, unbound creativity, that place of sheer imagination and letting go and allowing these ideas to come to you, and you just imagine them and work them out and like do quick little notans to begin to get that blueprint of a potential painting or drawing. So yeah, I just thought it was perfect. I have watched that little video well over 20 times, and each time it's such a perfect visual for me of my typical state of being, because I am always up in this area, right, and floating between the ground, like the earth plane, getting paintings done, and the realm of ideas. So I'm stronger up in this abstract area, and I know there are others that are stronger down in the grounded area. And there's no good or bad or right or wrong of any of these areas and how you go about your life. There's no good or bad or right or wrong. If I am in this floating stage, and that's where I am, why not just allow that and accept that in who we are? If you are a very grounded person and you don't play around in that abstract area, why not be exactly who you are? Because you are offering the world and all of us your special flame, your special brushstroke that is only yours. And that is a gift to all of us. And people like me up here, we offer our special brushstrokes that will be a gift to you in this world. So, that's kind of how I'm thinking. That's what this video did. It's this coming together, this balancing in my creative channel. I know where I easily reside, and I know when I need to come down. And that's why I love painting so much, because painting is the way for me to come down and be grounded on this plane. Me coming here and doing these morning musings, that's a grounding thing for me. Coming into my studio and laying out my paints is a grounding thing for me. And creating a painting, finishing it, whether if I like the painting or not, is a very grounding thing for me. I know there's others out there like me. I know. For you other people that are already grounded, you can get a lot of paintings out, but perhaps you're not in the notan. You don't bother with it. It's just not part of something that you really comprehend, or why deal with it. But I suggest that when you open up to the more abstract areas of your inner world and come to know them, become familiar, create a partnership with these other areas, that your grounded realm, your grounded life will be just a little bit fuller, just a little bit more expanded. And you'll be able to begin to see things that perhaps you hadn't noticed before. That goes for all of us. So with that, you guys, I am going to sign off. Brazen, have a beautiful rest. And I will see you all again tomorrow. Be inspired. be creative, be you. It's going to be a good week.